Good day, everyone. I am Danzo Magbuhat from G12 Watt, and today I'm going to be teaching capacitance. But before we go to our problem solving, we first need to identify what are the formulas that we are going to use and how do we manipulate them for the problem solving. So first of all, we need to identify the capacitance itself. So our capacitance is equal to our charge, which is Q, all over V, which is our voltage or potential difference. So in order to get V or Q, we just need to manipulate this formula here. So V is equal to Q over C, and our charge is equal to capacitance times potential difference. So now that we know our formula, we need to identify the difference between series and parallel in terms of formula. So let's start with series. In capacitance, we're going to use 1 over C1 plus 1 over C2 plus 1 over Cn, and so on. This is raised to negative 1. That is for the total capacitance. Now, for our total charge, this is simply just equal to each other. So the total charge is equal to Q1 is equal to is equal to Q2 and is equal to Qn. However, for our total voltage for series, it is the summation. So it means total voltage is equal to V1 plus V2 plus Vn and so on. So now that we know our series, let's move on to parallel. So for parallel, this time our total capacitance is equal to the summation of all capacitors. So it's C1 plus C2 plus Cn and so on. For QT or the total charge, it's also the summation of all the charges in the formula or in the given. So it's Q1 plus Q2 plus Qn. However, for our voltage or total voltage, it's simply just the equal of all voltages. So total voltage is equal to V1 is equal to V2 and equal to V so on. Now, since we have our formulas for both series and parallel, here is just a key or clue so you can remember it well in the exam. So for series, as you can see here, there's a negative exponent. So you can just leave a clue of n here. Then since this is equal, just leave e. And then since this is the summation, just leave s. So our clue word for series is n, e, s. Then for parallel, we have first the summation of our capacitance, summation of our charges, and then equal for our voltages. So for series is NES and our parallel is SSE. This is just so you can remember it carefully. Okay, moving on. Since now we know the formulas for series and parallel and the formulas of the general capacitance, voltages, and charges, now let's move on to our problem solving. So in this given, we first need to make an FBD or free body diagram so we can visualize what's going on. So it says here we have a voltage of 400 volts. So 400 volts here. And it says here that there are three capacitors connected in a series. So we can just put them together in a series. Let's label this as C1, this as C2, and then this as C3. And so for organizational purposes, so our solution can look organized and clean, let's make a table so we won't get lost in our solution. So this is for capacitance 1, capacitance 2, capacitance 3, P, Q, T. So from our given, our the capacitance of our capacitor 1 is 4 microfarad. For our second one, it's 8 microfarad. Our third one is 12 microfarad. And previously, our formula for capacitance in series is N. And what does N mean? Negative exponent. So in order to get our total capacitance, it's simply just 1 over 4 plus 1 over 8 plus 1 over 12, all raised to negative 1. And this is equal to 2.18 microfarad. So now that we have our total capacitance, we need to find our total voltage. But our total voltage is always equal to the given. And since our given is 400 volts, this is already our total voltage. Now we have our C, we have our V. Now we're looking for Q. And what did we learn from total charge in series? Going back, our total charge in series is equal. So that means if you find our total charge here, all of the charges in each capacitor is equal. So the formula for total charge is CT times dt. And this is equal to, if we multiply 400 and 2.18, it is 872 microcoulomb. This is the charges of all of these. So 872, 872, and 872. And now we don't have to solve manually for the voltage, as we can already just divide based on our table. So our answer for C1 is 218, for C2 it's 109, and for C3 it's 72.67 volts. And this is microcoulomb. So now moving on, since our previous example was a little basic, now let's move on to a more complex example of capacitance. So what if our capacitance looks like this, with a combination of both parallel and series? So assuming that all capacitors in this FBD diagram is 3 farad, let's move on to find the total capacitance. So it will be easier for everyone. Let's discuss this. Okay. So considering first, we need to find, or we need to combine our C8 and C10. And since our C8 and C10 are in a series, they will undergo negative exponent. And our answer for that is 1.5 farad. So now we have our C810. We need to find C98, C8910. And since C810 is in parallel with C9, that means it will be in summation form. And the summation is 4.5 farad. Now moving on. So we now have our C8, 9, 10. And it is completely in series with C11. So if this is our C8, 9, 10, it is directly connected with our C11. Therefore, it is in series. And if it is in series, it will undergo negative exponent, thus 1.8 farad. Now, since C7 is here and our C8, 9, 10, 11 is here, they are in parallel with each other. Therefore, they will be in summation. And the summation is 4.8 farad. Moving on, if this is our C7, 8, 9, 10, 11, it is directly in series with C6. Therefore, we will be finding its negative exponent, which is 1.8, 1.87 farad. Now we have our C6 to 11. It is directly parallel with C5. Therefore, it will be summation, and our summation is 4.87 farad. Sorry. Now, now we have our C5 to 11. It is directly in series with our C4. Therefore, we will be using again our negative exponent, thus 1.86 farad. And next is our C3. If this is our C4, 5, 6 to 11, it is directly in parallel with our C3. Therefore, we will be using summation and our answer is 4.86 farad. Now, if our C1, C2, and C3 to 11 are all in series with each other, therefore, all will be using negative exponent, and the final answer, our total capacitance is 1.15 farad. Our total voltage is 96 voltage, and our total charge, if we multiply both of these, is 110.4 coulombs. So now that we have the values of each of our capacitance, depending on the segments shown in the FBD diagram, we need to find the components for this table, each part. And in order to do that, we start at the very maximum, which is the total, and we will go from highest to lowest. So from our CT or from C1, which is so from our C1, C2, C3, it will be going back. And our final answer should be from C8 to C10. Going back. So in order to find each component, we need to do this manually. So our first given is 1.15, which is our total capacitance, and 96 as our given. So our answer for our QT is 110.4 columns. If our QT is 110.4 columns, it is also equal to our Q1, since in a series, the charges are always equal. And since Q1, Q2, and Q3 to 11 are all in series, therefore, all of them are equal to 110.4. Now moving on. Moving on to C3 to 11, our capacitance is 4.86 farad, and our Q, which is used from the previous solution, is 110.4. So in order to find voltage, it's 110.4 divided by 4.86, and the answer is 22.72 voltage. And this voltage is equal to V3 and is also equal to V4 to 11 because in a parallel, our voltages are equal. So moving on to C4 to 11, which the capacitance is 1.86 farad, and our voltage from the previous is 22.72 volts. Therefore, our capacitance, rather charge, is 42.26 coulombs. And since this is in a series, so all of the charges are equal in the in this diagram. C. So 42.26 coulomb is equal to C4 and is also equal to Q5. Q4 and is also equal to Q5 to 11. Now that we have our Q4, let's move on to the next one. Our C5 to 11 is 4.87 farad, and from the previous example, our Q is 42.26. Now that we're finding our voltage, which is 4.86, if we divide Q to C, our answer is 4.868 voltage, and this is equal to V5 since it is in a parallel, and also equal to V6 to 11. Now moving on, our C6 to 11 is 1.87 farad, and our voltage from the previous solution is 8.68. Our Q6 to 11 is 16.23 coulombs. This is also equal to Q6 alone and Q7 to 11 since yet again all series are in a series all charges are equal. And then next is C7 to 11, which is 4.8 farad, and the Q from the previous solution is 16.23 coulombs. Therefore, our voltage from this one is 3.30, which is equal to our V7 and also equal to our V8 to 11. So our C8 to 11 is equal to 1.8 farad, and our V8 to 11 from the previous solution is 3.38 voltage. And the answer for that, if we multiply it together, is 6.08 coulombs, which is equal to our Q11 because in our FBD diagram, Q11 comes first before these two. Okay, now moving on, it is also equal to Q8 to 10. Now our CQ8 to 10 is equal to 4.5 farad, and our Q from the previous solution is 6.08 coulombs. Therefore, our voltage is 1.35 if we divide Q by C. This voltage is also equivalent to our V9 and also our V8 and 10. Now, lastly, for our C810, it is 1.5 farad, and our voltage from the previous example or previous solution is 1.35 volts. And the answer for the product of this is 2.03 coulombs, is equivalent to both our Q8 and our Q10. Now, putting everything that we've gathered from this solution, we will simply put it in our table for organized purposes. And since we filled in the gap, we can simply just find the missing values needed. And since you're here as my listeners and are my learners, I'll leave these empty or vacant solutions to you. Good luck, and I hope you learned something from me today. Thank you so much for listening, and I hope you really learned something. Thank you very much.